Am I the jerk for refusing to let my mother-in-law rename my newborn daughter? I am Priya, 31, and 6 weeks ago my husband Dev, and I had our first baby, a girl. We named her Mira, after my mother, who passed away 3 years ago from cancer before she ever got to meet a grandchild. Mira was the last name my mom ever said to me, actually in a half-joking way, when I was pregnant with a different baby that we lost early. She said if I ever had a daughter, she hoped I'd name her Mira after her own mother. So when this pregnancy stuck, Dev and I agreed instantly. It felt like closing a circle. Here's the complication. In Dev's family, there's a tradition that goes back 4 generations. The first daughter born to the eldest son is named Eleanor, after Dev's great-great-grandmother, who apparently walked here from another country with nothing, and built the family business from a card table. Dev is the eldest son. His mother Carol is Eleanor III. She has been calling our daughter the baby pointedly since the birth, and at the hospital she leaned over the bassinet and said, out loud in front of the nurse, well, we'll just call her Ellie for now, until you two come to your senses. I laughed it off at first. Then it kept happening. Carol sends cards addressed to baby Ellie. She told her book club our daughter's name is Eleanor. My sister-in-law let it slip that Carol has already ordered a monogrammed baby blanket with a big cursive E on it. When I gently corrected her at a family lunch, Carol got teary, and said I was erasing 4 generations of women to satisfy my own grief, and that Mira could have an Eleanor moment at her naming ceremony without it changing anything on paper. Dev's dad backed her up, saying it was just a nickname. No harm done, family tradition matters. 2 weeks ago it came to a head at Carol's birthday dinner, in front of about 15 relatives. Carol stood up to make a toast and said, to my son, my daughter-in-law, and to little Eleanor who I know will grow into her name. The table clapped. I felt my face go hot. I stood up too and said clearly so everyone could hear, her name is Mira. It was my mother's dying wish, and I need everyone at this table to actually use it, starting tonight. The room went dead silent. Carol's face crumpled and she left the table. Dev's aunt muttered that I'd humiliated her on her birthday. Dev didn't say anything for almost a full minute, then quietly backed me up and said we should go. We left before dessert. Since then Carol hasn't spoken to me directly, only through Dev, and only about logistics, whether we're coming to Sunday dinner, that kind of thing. Dev's dad texted me a long message about respecting elders and legacies. My sister-in-law thinks I was right, but says I could have pulled Carol aside privately instead of doing it at the party. Dev says he supports me completely, but admits he wishes I'd waited until after the cake. My own dad, when I told him the story, just said, your mother would have stood up on that chair and said it louder. I keep going back and forth. Carol's tradition is real and it clearly matters to her, and I do feel for her a little, since Eleanor was apparently a genuinely remarkable woman. But this is my daughter, my mother's dying wish, and I don't think I should have had to negotiate my own kid's name at someone else's birthday party just to get people to stop rewriting it behind my back. Dev's whole family is now split into camps, and Sunday dinners are extremely tense. Am I the jerk, or